Hello friends, Kao here, and I'm finally back with another video. I know it's been a bit sporadic lately, but for those who don't know, we actually adopted another corgi earlier this year. Her name is Peanut, and she's about to be 2, so a lot of my free time has been spent working on training with her, as well as like making sure she's got exercise and mental enrichment, all that good stuff. So yeah, been a little busy. Now that I have a little bit more free time to actually film a video, it's already time for the Destined Rivals release. But for today's video, we are going to be opening up the Journey Together ETB. I was lucky enough to get one of these from the Pokémon Center somehow, and excited to open it up with y'all. As for chase cards from this set, I would love to pick up the Lycanroc. I love Rockruff and Lycanroc, and I just think this is such a cool little art. I also really like this Noibat art. I think it's so pretty. I love the colors. Would love to see it in person. But yeah, any illustration, special illustration rares are always great to pull. I'm a big fan of seeing all the gorgeous full arts. They're so pretty. And then of course, I have plenty of things that I'm looking out for from just commons and whatnot. For like Pokemon that I like, just art I like, artists that I collect. I'm on the hunt for more cards for my food binder. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started and see what we can pull. Alright, so we have our Pokemon Center ETB here, which if you didn't know, the Pokemon Center ETBs have 2 extra packs and a promo card with the Pokemon Center stamp on it. The design for this box is pretty fun. I like the colors a lot. It's pretty simple design, which I think for the most part ETB boxes are fairly simple designs that are usually a featured Pokemon and or character. So this one's got In and Zoroark. Very cool. Let's go ahead and open it up. Alright, we've got everything laid out now, so just like any Elite Trainer box, we've got all our big pack of energy, our burn and poison counters, set of dice, and this one is a pretty little purple with like a turquoise color on the the face color. I don't know. It's purple and turquoise. We've got our sleeves, our promo card, which I'll take this out in a minute so we can get a better look at it. And that also comes with, it's packaged with the dividers now, so it doesn't get bent, which is nice. We've got 11 packs for this one, and then of course our player's guide, which as always has an intro if you're new and the checklist to keep track of everything, all the cards you get. These are the dividers for this one, same design as the box itself. And then, because this is a Pokemon Center ETB, we get 2 versions of the promo. The first is just the one that comes in every ETB, which this art is so cute. I'm glad that this was the promo art because I really wanted this one. Like, look at that face. Look at it. It's so cute. And then we've got the same one, but now we've got a little Pokemon Center stamp down here in the corner. A little hard to see, but there's our 2 promos, so let's go ahead and get started on opening up these packs. Alright, for pack number 1, let's see what we can get. Alright, we're starting off with a Dark Energy, a Furret, a Druddigon, which I really like the pose on this one, it's very menacing. Oh, a very cute Cubone. I really like this art. I think it's very fun, whimsical, but it also has like a touch of sadness to it because it's Cubone. I think it's cute. A Lechonk out on the town. I think this is a really fun one. I love when we get different areas and settings from the games in the art, and so it's cool to see the school in this one. And that Lechonk pose is just so good. We've got Iris's fighting spirit. A Verizion. I don't think I've heard this one's name said aloud, really. But very serene. It's taking a stroll in the forest there. We've got Hop's Choice Band. A Super Potion Reverse Hollow. A Squavit Reverse Hollow, which I can add this one to my new food binder. He's getting a little snack there. And, oh, that actually looks like the Sword and Shield, oh, I forgot, it's been so long, I forgot the name of the big stadium, where they do the finals and everything. I forgot the name, but it's gonna go in the food binder. And a Magmortar. Alright, we've got pack number 2 here. Kicking things off with a Lightning Energy. We've got another Squavit. A Matang. A Noibat. I love Noibat. It's so cute. And this is the really fun Kamiya art of it. Almost looks like it's like in another universe, like popping out of wormholes or something. I don't know. That's just the vibe I'm getting. And I like the contrast of the background with like the more solid colors of the Pokemon itself. Oh, we've got Rockruff, who is adorable, going for a little stroll. I think that's so cute. We've got Escavalier. I never quite know where to look at this Pokemon, like... Is that its face? I don't actually know. I'm not super familiar with this one. I think it was from Black and White, which I have not played yet, sadly. We've got Brock's Scouting. A Volcarona. This is a really, like, majestic pose. Very, like, very delicate for it being like a fire bug Pokemon and it's surrounded by fire, so I kind of like that contrast. We've got a Reverse Hollow Druddigon. A Reverse Hollow Escavalier. And a Whale Lord. An absolute unit. I actually really like the way the hollow effect looks on this too. It works well for like the ocean and like getting the partial view of the Whale Lord. Very fun. Alright, pack number 3. Alright, we've got a Water Energy. An adorable little Caterpie. I like the style on this one. It's very simple, but it's very cute, and it fits well with the theme. Background's not like overly complex, and the like white outline on the Caterpie really draws your eye to it. I had a lot to say about this one, I guess. A Magmar, which is very different from the last one. Very almost like watercolor style, especially in that sky and the like the tops of the flames. Very fun. Hop's Wooloo. I love Wooloo. It's so cute. We've got a little bag on. He's just sitting. He's just a little guy just sitting there. Very cute. And then a very like Batman, like superhero feeling low kicks. He looks like somebody murdered his family and he's gonna go out for some justice. We got another Iris's Fighting Spirits, another Virizion, a reverse hollow Butterfree, and I love this art. It does make me think of the Pokemon anime, which, try not to cry about Ash's Butterfree. But I love this art. It's very pretty, and it makes me think of like the sunset from that episode, which is one of my favorite episodes. He just needs the little like scarf. We got a reverse hollow Black Belts Training. And a Magearna. This is such an interesting Pokemon to me. Like, it feels so out of place with its design because it's so mechanical looking, but it's like fascinating to look at. And I feel like a lot of the art always puts it in a setting that's very opposite of what it is, very contrasting, like surrounded by delicate flowers in like kind of, there's another I think that's in like a house where it just kind of, I don't know, it just is very contrasting to the Pokemon's actual appearance. Alright, I think we're on pack number 4 now. Alright, we got a Fighting Energy, In's Joltik, which I'm not a bug person, but I don't know, Joltik is kind of cute. I don't like what it evolves into, but like when it's just Joltik, it's kind of cute. It might also be biased because they stick like Joltik on Yamper's butt all the time, so maybe it's grown on me because of that. But it's very cute, just a little field of flowers there. We've got a Larvesta, which this one's really interesting. There's like such a interesting style on this one because you've got kind of like almost like fire symbols around. You've got little sparkles. I don't know how well you can see the sparkles there. And then you've got, and those have like a harsh outline, and then there's much more like almost like a Gaussian blur effect on the Larvesta itself. I just think that's very interesting. It's fun to look at. And there's so many fun colors, and there's little flowers. I wouldn't have guessed such an interesting art for this little guy. I love this. You guys, some of this art is making me like bug Pokemon more. It's a conspiracy to get me to like bugs. I'm terrified of bugs in real life though, so this art is so good though. I love the negative space between the Metapod and the tree around it, the shapes of the trees, the colors. This is just such a good piece of art for Metapod of all Pokemon. And then we've got Black Belt's Training. Looks like he's out in the wilderness in like a snow scene somewhere. Articuno. Very cool. I like the wind swish there. Then we've got Postwick, which I already looked. There's not a hidden Yamper in this art. Sometimes I go through the Sword and Shield cards to try to find, is there a secret Yamper in this one? I think I've looked through everything that's been out so far, and sadly no. But they should start hiding some Yampers in there. They could get me to get more of these random commons and things. Oh my gosh, it's Cloth! I love this. I love Cloth. It's such a silly Pokemon. And this pose, it feels so fake. Like, why would it pose like that? I don't know, it's just funny. Yeah, I really like the very thin line art on this one too, and the contrast between the oranges and the blues. It's very fun, and it's Cloth. You gotta love some Cloth. Which, if you don't know, I sell a Cloth sticker. I'll put a link. It's below in my shop, or to my shop if you want to check it out. And then we've got a reverse hollow, redeemable ticket. Count your prize cards, shuffle them, and put them on the bottom of your deck, then take that many cards from the top of your deck and put them face down as your prize cards. Interesting. that could be helpful or very bad, depending on what you got there. Then we've got the reverse hollow Kecleon, which, oh my goodness, I feel like a lot of the color work in this set is so good. Like, you've got the whole rainbow here. We're going from like the dark purples into the blues, obviously green for Kecleon, and then out into the oranges and the reds. And the angle of it just works so well. I really like this one. It's very pretty. And then we've got a full art ruffian. I didn't even know this was in this set. That's very funny though. I know he's supposed to be threatening, but he kind of almost looks like the, come on, take my hand, kid. I'm more like trying to look at the background. I'm like, where is this guy at with the smokestack? Because it doesn't look like Galar. I'm like reading way too much into this card. But our first full art, yay! Alright, pack 5, I want to say? I think it's 5. I could count, but what's the fun in that? Alright, we're starting with a psychic energy. We've got a Florigato doing the little yo-yo trick. I do like the colors in this one again, with the pink here and then the flowers and the petals kind of flying around. Very interesting. We've got Hops Rookity, which I love Corviknight and the whole Evo line. And he's just a cute little bird. He's just hanging out on a perch. Very cute. You got some like little sunbeams coming in. Cute. We've got In's Clink. Clink is always such a fun Pokemon. And it looks extremely out of place. What is this thing doing in this forest? There's... I don't know what's going on here. It looks really lost. Like, look at their faces. You cannot tell me they're not lost in this forest. We've got Nimble. Just a little bug in the grass. Oh. Toad's Cruel. If you don't know, I'm not a big fan of Toad's Cruel or Toad's Cool. They creep me out. I think it's something about them, like, running. It's just weird. I will say, though, that even though this guy's being a total creeper, what is he doing over here? I don't know. I do really like the way the, like, bushes and the trees are all done around him. Like, you've got the contrasting colors, but you've also got, like, this interesting patterns going on. I guess he's okay. I guess he's okay. He's in a secret forest path, too. Oh, I guess that's where he is. He's almost, like, summoning you into that, which I wouldn't follow him. We've got In's Darmanitan going in for a big ol' punch. Very cool. It feels very anime with the, like, fiery fists, too. It's fun. Another redeemable tickets. We've got a reverse hollow of Hops Snorlax. I almost called him Snops Horlax. Oh my goodness. For once, this Snorlax is on the attack. He is not sleeping. He's blocking a path in a different way this time. Very, very interesting. And you got the fun colors from the Galar Stadium going there. That's fun. We've got a reverse hollow Tyranitar. It's always hardest to see on the dark cards. He's destroying something. This whole area looks like it's just done for, which sounds about right for Tyranitar, yeah. And we've got In's Reshiram. Very cool. Very anime as well. Alright, I think this is pack 6. I should probably just stop saying the numbers at this point, but we'll challenge our memory. Alright, we got a water energy with a Parasect, and I really like this style quite a bit. Trying to get it up a little higher here so we can see. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but it's like almost like a dot hatching style, which I think works really well. It kind of goes with the ominous feeling of Parasects. Yeah, I think it's a really cool style though. Then we've got a Pupitar flying through the air. It flies, the flavor text down here, flies around wildly by venting with great force the gas pressurized inside its body. And the art does a great job of depicting that. It's such a random fact about this Pokemon, but that's what it do, Yug. Then we've got a Lowland Geodude. I'm not really sure what he's doing here. He's like climbing through rocks on the coast. It's interesting, but I just don't really know what's happening. We've got Audino, I'm not sure. It looks lost as well. It almost looks like there's something flying over it. Maybe watch out, little guy. Yeah, it might be in danger. I don't know. It's in a field. We've got Maractus. This is big, like, Cactuar energy here. It's got exploding needles, just the pose. Yeah, this is just a Cactuar in a different shape. This guy again. This guy again, too. Then we've got a reverse hollow Shelgon with the most menacing pose for a middle stage Pokemon here that does not normally look threatening whatsoever, but you've got this like sunset aura going on, the clouds around it, the menacing like look down, the colors again. Good art for random Pokemon, which you love to see. You love to see like middle evolutions getting some love. Then we've got a reverse hollow Morgrim. He's up to no good. That's all I gotta say about this guy. Although he's got a berry, he could technically go in my food binder. And then we've got Ludicolo, which I did not know was in this set. Love this art though. Anytime I see this Pokemon, I just think of Pokemon Coliseum, of course. Which, also, what is up with this card? Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, right there. There's like weird bubbles in the card. There's like one down there too. I've not seen that before. And I don't think it was on the other ones. No, just our poor Ludicolo here. I don't know what happened to him. I guess it kind of goes with the bubbles in the art. Sure, we'll go with that. But again, love this art. I love the like line artless style for this, and the colors work really well together. It's a very fun, very, very Ludicolo, and now I hear Mirab's song in my head, so that's a plus. Alright, pack number 7. Alright, we've got a Grass Energy to kick us off. A Larvitar who appears to be at the bottom of a hole? Did it dig itself down there? I'm not 100% sure. I guess born deep underground is what it says, so... Wait, it evolves after eating enough dirt to make a mountain? I did not know that about you, Larvitar. That's a lot of dirt. I I have some questions. I do like the like pose on this. It's an interesting art. And it seems like, yeah, he's gonna eat that dirt in his little hand there under the moonlight. We've got Remoraid, which I think this is adorable. He's very whimsical Remoraid. There's little sparkles in the art. I think that's adorable. I like it. We've got a Yukamori card to add to my collection. This is Carablast. He's in like some little brambles, it looks like. And I really like, you can kind of see, I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, but you can see kind of the indents of the clay, which is really cool. It's not like super smooth, which I think is a nice touch. It gives it more character. Set that aside for the binder. We've got our friend Kecleon again. Gorgeous art. A Combuskin. Weird angle. We got some chicken feet. Yeah, it's interesting. It's very like subdued, soft colors for a very fiery chicken. We've got an Alolan Golem with lots of sparks. The mustache has always kind of creeped me out on this one, but it's a very like cool pose with all the lightning and everything. We've got a Escavalier again. Oh, now we got the reverse holo of this guy. Which, there. And we've got a reverse holo of Hop's Bag. And a Meowscarada. Which, the colors here, like with the background and the pinks, kind of fit well with the ETB box art. Very cute. And I like that it's like a nighttime setting. I think it looks neat. Showtime is at nighttime, I guess. Very cool. Alright, we got 4 left. Which I guess I didn't really talk about the art on the packs. But it's pretty fun. I really like the characters and the Pokemon they picked. Yeah, I don't have the Iona one left, but I really like the pack art. Let's open it up, see what we get. Alright, we got a Psychic Energy. We've got a Lily's Comfey. Very tropical vibes, which makes sense. We've got a Sandtret. Very funny, eating so many berries. Could go in the food binder for this one. And again, I really like this style. I think it's a lot of fun. A Q-Font. Very, like, almost 3D looking. I don't know if it actually is or not, but it's still got, like, that painter... Well, moving way up. But it's still got, like, that painterly quality to it. And oh no, we're losing lighting here, but... it looks like it's just having a grand old time, and that's very cute. We've got a Lombre. This guy's always kind of like looked a little bit sus. I don't know. I think it's the face. The eyes are a little shifty looking. Another redeemable ticket. And a Combuskin. A Alolan Golem. We've got a reverse holo Spiky Energy, which this is a little bit of a different style. It's takes up a lot more space for the art on this one. And the reverse holo is only like at the bottom and the special energy at the top. Interesting. We've got we got an illustration rare of Swinub. I think it's Swinub because it's like pig swine. Very cool style. He's just going for a little trek through the woods. And it's very cute. I don't know. I I like all the detailed line art, and it's not so much to distract because he's got like a very simple style to him. Like he doesn't have a lot of texture to him, but all like the surroundings are. So it still makes him stand out even though there's like a lot of busyness around him. So I don't know, I think that's really cool. And I like the colors. They're a little bit more muted, very kind of like fall winter kind of vibe there. Very cool. And we got another Hops Snorlax. All right, down to the last 3. All right, we got a Steel Energy this time. I don't think we've seen that one yet. Oh my goodness, we got the most adorable little Torchic just sitting in a field of flowers. Oh, he's so cute. Please don't catch them all on fire, little friend. We've got Iono's Wattrel, which if it was just Wattrel and not Iono's, I would be questioning like what's with the like stars and the like the comic book style, but now it makes perfect sense and it works very well. We've got a Squawkabilly just chilling on the rooftop there. Pretty watercolor style. You've got In's Clang. This is completely different than the other art for Clink. He is no longer lost. He's evolved and has gone through what appears to be some kind of like sci-fi-esque looking hallway. I don't know, it's very fun. Almost like spaceship-like. Interesting. I guess he got out of that forest, so good for him. We've got Brock's Scouting again. That Volcarona and Low Kicks. We've got the reverse holo of that very pretty Cubone art. I think the color on this one too is also what gives it kind of that like hint of sadness. There's a lot of blue shadows, which is very, very nice touch. Then we've got a reverse holo Lilligant. A flower in a field of flowers. Makes sense. And, ooh, a Reshiram EX. Very cool. I like the contrast with, because this is like fire type with all the blue. It is very cool. I guess like blue fire is kind of the point there. I don't know. But it looks really cool, and I love the star pattern. Alright, last 2. See what we can get. Alright, we've got a Psychic Energy, a Bombardier, which I think the background work on this is actually really good. Like, you've got the crashing waves, you've got the sparkly sky with the ocean there. It's very cool. I'm not a huge fan of Bombardier as a Pokemon. I thought it was very rude in the game, but very pretty. We've got our pal Parasect. Another flying Pupitar. Alolan Geodude again, followed by Alolan Golem. Escavalier. We've got Iono's Electrode, which again you kind of got a little bit of that like comic bookish style for either it's jumping or it's electricity, maybe both, but I think it works well. I mean, it's got Thump Thump Boom, which is a fun attack name. We've got a reverse holo Metang, which I like the way they did the shadow work on this one with the lines. I don't know how well you can see it on there, but yeah, it's cool. I like it. Oh, we got Hops Wooloo. Oh, this is such a cute art. Like, they're just sitting out in the field, looking adorable, just chilling. I think this is so cute. It's got kind of like almost like a Ghibli vibe to it with the very painterly, like background and the way the grass was done makes me think of that as well. This is super cute. I'm so glad to get this one. I love Lulu. And then we've got our Butterfree, which we already saw, so. Alright, last pack. Let's get some last pack magic going here. Although we've got some pretty good stuff so far, I like it. Alright, closing things out with a darkness energy here. We've got Durant. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. It does look very menacing. I would be scared if I saw this, for sure. We've got our Morgrim again. A Galarian Stunfisk, which this art is really funny. It's like surprised that Petal fell on his nose. I think it's like makes a very like endearing art out of such a Pokemon that you wouldn't really think about like that way. A Bombardier. A Wheezing. I think that the way they did the like the gas coming out is so cool. It's almost got like a kind of like hazy look to it. Yeah, hazy is the word I'm looking for. I just think it works really well, and I don't know, it's super fitting. Very well done. There's that ruffian guy again. This art makes me think of like he's someone you encountered in an Ace Attorney game, and you've gotta like he's a key witness to the crime, but he won't talk to you, and he's got an absurd name. Like, that's what this is giving here. We've got a Cinccino. Cinccino? Yeah, I think that's right. Very whimsical, running through a field of flowers. A reverse hollow Virizion. We've got a reverse hollow of Hobbs Cramorant, which I love Cramorant, if you don't know. It's such a funny bird, and it's hilarious, and I think every piece of art I've seen of it is hilarious, including this one. Like, there's not a single flaw in that head. Not one. I love it. Alright, and then our last card is in Amoonguss EX. I did not know this was in this set, actually. Very funny way to close us out with the good old Pokeball mushroom guy. Always love the holo patterns on the EX cards, too. That is going to do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a comment if you have a favorite card from this set. I would love to hear about it. And remember to like and subscribe if you like this video, and I will catch y'all in the next one.